Right, painting. That one's been done. First I cleaned it up with a glass cleaner. You can see that. Probably see it better there. There we go, under the light. Glass cleaner, sponge, and then I wiped it down with a cloth and just basically tried to get all the oil and grease off. I've already keyed it, and you've got to remember I used the crust on it as well, the anti-rust stuff, which basically turns the rust to metal. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. But I've used that, sanded it back, used the grinder on it to get a really good key on the shiny bits, and then tried to get into all nooks and crevices and basically cleaned it out. Could do a quick run, one of these, get in all those nooks and crannies. But I think that's as good as it's going to get. I think that's as good as it's going to get. Right, that's cleaned. Now, I'm using, get it into the light, there it is, wheel paint, silver wheel paint. Reason being, like the wheels, it's going to be exposed to all sorts of weather, stone chips, stuff like that, and I've been told this is good stuff and it goes on and stays on. So I've got a little bit left in here, but I've got another can, and basically just going to give it a dusting, a light dusting. Just a light dusting before we get into just to end the can as well. So do the other side. I call this a dusting. Move the item. Give it a light dusting. I'm going to do a couple more coats, then leave it to dry overnight, and then we'll do the rest. Alright, the plates are done. So what we're now going to do is I'm going to glue it with this glue. It's supposed to be really, really good, so I'm going to be using it. And basically, I'm going to glue it on the ridges and these bits here, and just glue the plate in place. So, here we go. Plenty of it. There we go. And just pop it in place and let it dry. I try and marry up the holes that are already there. And what I like to do is, because I said I was going to glue the heads, I'm going to put that in there. Nice big splodge in the holes. Here we go. Missed one. You're not going to see this anyway. But then just sponge it in. And this is going to be glued underneath anyway. Smooth it out. That one. This dries like a rubber, a really solid rubber, which it was what originally held this together anyway. So get it in place. It's lined up with the holes. Squidge it down. Squidge it down. and that should do it. Use the old cloth. That's it, glued in place. I'm quite happy with that. And then I'll show you the next bit, which is the rubber, and you'll like that. Alright, I've cut down the edges. Now what I'm going to do, same glue, as it's a rubberized glue, basically I'm going to glue it to I'm going to glue it to the top. Still needs setting, but because this is still soft, when I put the glue on, it'll bond through the holes. So basically keep that on. And effectively, I'm just going to go through it and give as much glue as I can. Try not to let it squidge out the sides, because I really don't want to mess up the paint or get onto the pad. But effectively, I just... There we go, come on, you can do it. You can do it, there you go. So go around the holes, get a little hole like that, just basically giving it as much glue as I can. There we go, just do it along the edges. If I get a big splodge near the edge, there we go. Get a nice big blob on there. And this should stick it on. There we go. Just a little bit around the edges. This worked on the other one. Don't see why it shouldn't work here. Oh, missed one, missed two. I want to do a little bit on there. Nice big splodge, nice big splodge there. And then stick the pad on. Because this takes a while and you can move it about. So I've scuffed up the back, as you can see, and effectively it goes on like so. There we go. It is slightly raised from the original, but I'm happy with that. And then what I do is I put some weights on it. Really press it down. As you can see, that looks brilliant. We'll let it dry, leave it overnight, and fit it to the bike.